In this video, we will be giving a demonstration on how to assemble your new Adirondack chair. First of all, we're going to go over some of the tools that you're going to need to make this assembly process easy. First of all, it's very helpful to have a blanket to lay down on your surface to keep everything protected during the assembly process. Next, a claw hammer, as well as a 7/16 inch wrench. Let's review the contents of your new Adirondack chair. First of all, we have your right and left arm assembly, your seat, and the back. Also included in your box was a hardware package. Inside the hardware package, you will find the hardware needed to assemble your new Adirondack chair. Also included in this package, you will find the visual assembly manual, as well as proper care and maintenance, along with the warranty that Berlin Garden provides. Located in your hardware package, you will find 4 1/4 inch by 3.5 inch carriage bolts. You will also find 6 1/4 inch by 3 inch carriage bolts, along with 10 1/4 inch flange nuts. It is very helpful to organize and sort your hardware before beginning. Let's begin the assembly of your Adirondack chair. First of all, take 2 of your 1/4 inch by 3 inch carriage bolts. Take your seat assembly and set it upright. Next, take your back and insert into the seat assembly. Take your 1/4 inch by 3 inch carriage bolts, inserting them into the seat assembly and align with the back. Taking your hammer, tap the bolts firmly into place. Now, take your 1/4 inch flange nuts and hand tighten. Take your 7/16 inch wrench and tighten securely. Be careful not to over tighten. We are now ready to assemble the right arm assembly. First of all, take 2 of your 1/4 inch by 3.5 inch carriage bolts. Next, take your right arm assembly. Place it on the chair. Align the pre-drilled holes of the arm assembly with the seat assembly. Take your hammer and tap in flush. Now, take 2 of your 1/4 inch flange nuts and hand tighten. Now, using your 7/16 inch wrench, tighten securely. Be sure not to over tighten. Take a 1/4 inch by 3 inch carriage bolt and align the pre-drilled holes of the arm assembly into the back. Take your hammer and tap in firmly. 1/4 inch flange nut and hand tighten. Use your wrench to secure firmly. We are now ready to flip the chair to do our left arm assembly. Take 2 of your 1/4 inch by 3 inch carriage bolts and align the pre-drilled holes of the seat assembly with the back assembly. Take your hammer and tap the carriage bolts flush. Take 2 of your 1/4 inch flange nuts and hand tighten. Take your 7/16 inch wrench and tighten securely. Be sure not to over tighten. Next, take your left arm assembly and place on the chair. You will need 2 of your 1/4 inch by 3.5 inch carriage bolts. Align the pre-drilled holes of the arm assembly with the holes in the seat. Take your hammer and tap flush. Take 2 of your 1/4 inch flange nuts and hand tighten. Taking your 7/16 inch wrench, tighten securely. Take your 1/4 inch by 3.5 inch carriage bolt and fasten your arm to the back assembly. Take your hammer and tap flush. Now take your 1/4 inch flange nut and hand tighten. Take your 7/16 inch wrench and tighten securely. Be sure not to over tighten.